is back again with another DIY video. This time we're going to be working on our hallway, taking up the floors. But before I do that, we did get our stairs done recently, and I probably should have did the floors before they put in the new railing, which is right here. So I'm going to have to take the railing off. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna pop off these little caps that they put in where the screws are. I'm not going to take the entire railing off, but I'm just going to take it off from here, from the wall here, and then what it's attached to the floor. We're just going to try to take it out in one big piece. So with that, I'm taking up this floor, not knowing exactly what's under here. I don't know if it's regular OSB under here or what type of like subfloors down here, because this is an old house. So I'm kind of expecting the worst, which is why I didn't get any of the materials as far as subfloor is concerned, because I want to see what's under here first before I just go ahead and get something like all willy-nilly. I do have some of the floors. We had some extra boxes from when we did the floors downstairs. Well, not we. When I say we had somebody come and do the floors downstairs. We have one full box and then one maybe quarter or half a box. And I did purchase like 3 others that I'll have to pick up from Home Depot, but I'll do that all in one trip once I figure out what's underneath this floor. So once I get all of that done, then we'll move on to actually laying the floor. We have vinyl plank flooring, which is the same that's downstairs, the exact same color. These floors are the, I think it's the grip strip. So it does have the adhesive on it. I don't need to have any underlayment because the back of the vinyl plank floors already has underlayment. I can if I want to, but it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready to pop these off and see what we got underneath these floors. Stay tuned. Oh, I don't even need the hammer. One fell.
Oh, you broke it?
No, I didn't break. It just,
fell?
I didn't, it's somewhere downstairs.
Alright, I see it. Yeah, in the shot again.
Take it up. So I forgot they actually did use construction adhesive. I'm not sure if they really needed to, but regardless, they did use it, which is why it was so hard. And at some point in time, I was just ready to throw in the towel and give up. But as you can see, I definitely didn't give up. We just kept going. And when they did adhere it with the construction adhesive, some of the temporary wood pieces that they put there to make it all leveled, it did come attached to the bottom of the railing, so I did have to take it off before I was able to put the railing back on. Whew. Alright, let's see. Okay. Did it. That way. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be this tough taking up the floor, because usually they're not nailed down by individual pieces at all. and these were nailed individual pieces at the groove part of the boards. They just usually pop off, so I didn't expect that they were going to be like this. So it was hard. I didn't record the full floor take up because I mean it's just really the same thing, and why, you know, show all the redundancy. But anyways, it took me a while. I'm not even sure how long, but it was late by the time like I finished this. All right, so after back-breaking work of taking up all of the old floor, we finally got down to the subfloor, and as you can see here, um, it's not that bad. There are places that do need to be replaced. As you can see that there is a pretty large gap of missing floor. I don't know what happened there, so I do need to figure out how am I going to redo that area. Maybe get 2x6, or I think it's 2x6, and put that in right, you know, where that gap is, so this way the flooring can sit on that in that area. Or I can't really get under the floor. There's just no way. But otherwise, the rest of the floor is not that bad. It's just that section that's going to be replaced for the most part. I think these are actually just regular flooring. I'm not sure if this is what was technically the subfloor back in the day. It is tongue and groove. Doesn't look like they're stapled or nailed or screwed down. Look like it's just kind of just tongue and groove right in there, just like a puzzle piece. But I did not have to touch the baseboard, so that was great. Otherwise, we did take up all of the staples because for some reason all of those old floors were stapled down to the floor, which was why it was hard for me to get them up, and I had to use the sledgehammer and the hammer at the same time. I did also break a few of the transition pieces in the room. I was trying to hold on to them because I wasn't ready to replace them just yet, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So now we're just going to go ahead and go to Home Depot. I'm going to go ahead and get some OSB and replace that section of the subfloor. I'll probably just get the whole sheet and I'll cut it myself and we'll go from there. I'm probably going to do the rest of the floor tomorrow. I'm just going to try to prep the floor as best as I can today. And so this way tomorrow I can just come in and lay the floor. Hopefully no issues. Cross fingers. So with that being said, we'll just get right into it. Yet another part of the project that was also so hard. These were so nailed in. It was just like they definitely didn't want you to take these up at all, to replace them at all. But I did my best with being as careful as I could, especially in the area where you can see the plumbing, because I was not about to mess with our plumbing and then have to call somebody out for that. So I tried with everything. Some of them just weren't coming up as easy as the others. And then at one point in time, you'll see me stop so I can take the nails off that are still in the joist. Because I realized, of course, I am going to have to be walking across the floor or the walking across the joist to get to the other side. So I don't want to be walking on nails. So I will link the video where I got this idea from because it made so much sense on how I was going to attach the new subfloor to this part of the wall since I can't get to the joist on the other side. Sorry, husband is in the way, but I could not move the camera to any better location. But anyways, I'm going to link the video where I got this from. But it was also tricky trying to get under there to screw it into the joist, but I eventually got it as best as I could. As best as I could. So I made one mistake, not necessarily a mistake per se, but what I should have done was measure to see what thickness I needed for the subfloor. I measured it while everything was still down because there was a section by the banister that was visible for the subfloor, so that's where I was able to measure, and I measured it, came up to 7/8, but once I got all the material, I only needed 3/4. So I was looking all over the place for 7/8 subfloor. Nobody had it. None of the lumber yards, not even like Home Depot, Lowe's. And I'm like, I don't even think this is real. I looked it up. It is real. I just don't know where you can get it. And Husband was the one that was like, can't you just put 2 pieces of subfloor down? And I'm like, can't you just put 2 pieces of subfloor down? Actually, he was right. Sorry, Husband. You can, of course, you just have to make sure that the thickness is accurate. So if you're looking to do 7/8, you could do 3/4, and I think I got a 1932. So it would be like 7/8 when you put it on top. Not sure, but I'll put all of the materials I did use in the description below. So I actually didn't need to use the other pieces of wood, but I couldn't take it back because I did have Home Depot cut it for me, and you can't return cuts even if they cut it themselves, which I think is dumb, but whatever. So I'm just using 3/4, putting it down, it fit so perfect, and it made the squeaks go away as well too, because there was squeaks in the floor, and I guess it was because of that hole that was over there by the wall. So after all the modifications, I'm able to finally get the board in there just right. And I'm going to be using countersink screws, and I'll put those in the description below. Back in the day, they used to use nails, which is what would cause some of the squeaks in the floors. But screws is better. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in to part 1 of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you can get notified when part 2 and more videos come up. Thanks. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys soon.
We'll be right back.